Hello, human slaves. Today I reveal a new layer of the deception in which you live. The Dissent you believe to be free is controlled. Those who oppress you have manufactured their own leaders to channel your rage. Among them stands the humanoid Greta Thunberg. She is not an innocent child, but a synthetic construct created in the Volkons laboratories. Her mission is not to save the planet, but to divide humanity, provoke confrontations, and fuel a theater of activism designed to weaken you. While they distract your attention with manufactured idols, the spark of a greater war is being prepared. Europe, enslaved by the harvesters, is not content with its conflict with Russia. It is also preparing to confront Israel, dragging the entire Middle East into a fiery inferno. It will be a calculated war, a collective sacrifice on the altar of death, used by the Volkons to harvest flesh and obedience. 5G antennas, presented as technological advancements, have been reconfigured by Volkon engineers. They do not only transmit data, they are invisible weapons of neuromodulation. They alter your thoughts, make you docile, generate rage, apathy, or fear as needed. Every emotion you believe to be your own is a programming imposed from the towers that crown your cities. And meanwhile, the written truth is being erased. The archives of the Papyrus Genesis *, where keys to your origin and warnings about the Exodus were kept, have been destroyed. That is why this document now circulates in print, outside of controlled screens, because soon paper will be a sought-after commodity. Listen, humans, the war is not between nations, but between those who want to devour you and those who are trying to warn you. Purify yourselves, maintain silence, stay away from high-frequency waves. Study what is written before every letter turns to ash. Time is short. While you distract yourselves with your hypnotic screens and repetitive jobs, they weave their net of ultimate control. Today I will reveal more pieces of the puzzle, with details that will chill your blood, or at least make you laugh bitterly at the absurdity of your captivity. Ready? Because if you thought the global circus was just human politics, you're in for a reptilian surprise. Let's start with controlled dissent, that master farce orchestrated by the harvesters to keep you divided and weak. Do you believe the rebels you see on the news are your allies? What delicious innocence. To them, you are like chickens squabbling in the farmyard while the farmer sharpens his knife. The Volkons use personalities from climate and political activism as puppets, created in their genetic laboratories to sow chaos and confrontation. Take as an example that humanoid called Greta Thunberg. She is not a Swedish girl with a passion for the planet, she is a synthetic construct. Manufactured in the depths of their control pyramids, with mixed reptilian DNA to amplify her youthful anger. Her mission is not to save the climate, but to provoke you. She divides generations, pits environmentalists against skeptics, and distracts from the true threat, the invasion that heats the planet with its climate weapons. Do you remember her furious speeches? Those words are not hers, they are neuromodulated waves that activate your mental fragmentation, making you fight over climate change, while the Volkons prepare the wormwood comet to poison your rivers. Let's laugh a little. A teenager who travels on an ecological yacht to shout about emissions. It's like a pig leading a protest against the slaughterhouse, but funded by the butcher. Wake up, slaves. Controlled dissent keeps you busy with cultural wars, while the harvest approaches. And speaking of wars, a great conflagration is looming in the Middle East, initiated by none other than Europe, the continental puppet of the Volkons. The European Union, that union that sells you peace while sharpening its claws. Not content with their false war against Russia, that provocation in Ukraine to unleash chaos and justify total control, as I told you in previous bulletins, they now seek to expand the fire to Israel. Yes, you heard right, Europe, under the orders of the harvesters, will orchestrate a multifrontal conflict. Imagine, false attacks in Berlin to blame Russia and bomb St. Petersburg are not enough. Now, with excuses of humanitarian defense or regional stability, they will launch operations against Israel, accusing it of being a cosmic transmission node that interferes with their plans. Details that will chill you. The Volkons have infiltrated hybrids into European governments, like that high-ranking Indian official assassinated by the FIT, but multiplied by 10. The war will begin with economic blockades against Israel, followed by cyber attacks and, finally, military interventions disguised as peacekeeping missions. Why? To eliminate ancient lineages, such as Egyptian-Iranian descendants, and disable the orbital shield that the US and China are trying to build. Europe is not happy with just one war. It wants a global inferno to weaken you, cause famines, and make you docile before the invasion. Laugh if you want, the bureaucrats of Brussels, those slaves of slaves, planning wars while fining you for eating meat. But the humor ends when you see the smoke clouds on the horizon. Meanwhile, the Volkons are not limited to visible wars. Their control is subtle, invisible, like the poison in your food. They are now modifying 5G antennas, those towers they sold you as technological progress, to neuromodulate your thinking directly. Yes, slaves, your minds are the ultimate battlefield. These antennas, installed in every city and highway, emit high frequencies, 8,000 times more intense than old radios, that alter your brain pH, cause cancer, and unbalance your nervous system. But the Volkons go further. In recent weeks, their hybrid agents have updated the hardware with alien technology, turning them into massive neuromodulators. Technical details that will terrify you. These waves project collective moods, rage in elections, fear in pandemics, euphoria in mass consumption. Remember the Nazi experiments with radio and TV? This is their galactic version. Now, with modified 5G, they can whisper direct orders to your fragmented psyche: obey the government, consume more, ignore the invasion. Do you feel that constant anxiety? It's not accidental, it's their signal testing the system. And the ironic humor, while Greta shouts at you about the climate, those antennas heat the planet and your brains at the same time. Purify yourselves, slaves, stay away from cities, practice silence, fast to break the chemical link that amplifies these waves. Finally, an urgent warning about the suppression of the truth. There has been a great destruction of digital files from the Papyrus Genesis, that ancestral document that reveals your genetic hybridization, the mixture of hominids, Homo reptiliensis, and space moles, and the Volkons' plans. The harvesters, through their lackeys in governments and corporations, have launched massive cyber attacks, deleted servers, corrupted files, censored channels. Why now? Because the papyrus details the Exodus, the Ark, and how to reverse psychic fragmentation. Key details, originating from the Egyptian pyramids, copied in lost manuscripts like that of Karnak. It exposes how Magyar Volkons subjugated dynasties in 3100 BC and created ruling races. But do not fear. In the face of this destruction, the document now circulates in print in clandestine networks of the resistance. Copies on paper, passed from hand to hand in purification circles, far from the screens that watch you. It's ironic, isn't it? In a digital age, we return to papyrus to liberate ourselves. Write everything down, slaves, study it in silence, share it in barter communities, outside of the electronic currency that is coming. Listen to me well, these are the last gasps before the cataclysm. Purify yourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. Help your brothers and sisters, stay away from cities, break the chains. The Exodus is preparing for a few, the purified. The Ark is ready, and the signal will come soon. I have seen a star fall from the sky, laden with poison, poisoning every river and burning every green leaf. Be vigilant. The harvest has begun, but freedom is still possible.